Nice shirt, Rick.
You like it?
Not anymore. Hey, welcome back to our Stupid Reacts with It's Corbin.
Ricardo.
And you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter for more juicy content.
It's so
Right at you,
juicy.
goes right down your gullet and lands in your
Thank you for
stomach.
us on Patreon and follow our official Twitter account. And today we're reacting to the recording of the Sairat song we reacted to a few days ago.
Which I had heard a while back about this being the first time a film score had been done in LA. And then when we reacted to this with the music and were so blown away by the score, I didn't realize that that was the thing they were referring to back when they told us that so long ago.
Yeah.
And then we got this again over just flooding us saying this is it. So
and our beautiful subbers helped us out because right before this I had the wrong link and it was like auto-generated, so we saw like a minute of it and it was like saying it's like something about somebody's calendar or
and something erotica by Malakanen and what?
Auto-generated subtitles are terrible.
They are awful.
But we are very excited because obviously we love that song and we do like behind the scenes.
And the thing that blows me away, and I know this will be the case with the studio musicians, is that studio musicians, they don't know what they're playing until they show up and they're expected to just sight read while they record. They may run it once. You're just expected to come in, sit down, play it once, and they'll record it and see what they thought and then do it again. You need to just be able to sight read it and go. It's mind-boggling to me how good the instrumentalists
Musicians are crazy.
Yeah, unbelievable. Especially LA, or any film studio musicians are the best of the best.
Here we go.
Journey, I can say 30 hours journey, that's it. 30 hours and 30 years. 30 hours is physical and 30 years to reach here. Mental, emotional. 30 hours तुम्हाला त्रासच नाही देत. 30 years तुम्ही स्वप्न पाहता ज्या गोष्टीचं तुम्ही जे बघून तुम्ही ठरवता की आपल्याला असं काहीतरी करायचं. हे म्हणजे म्युझिक डायरेक्टर का?
I'm astonished that this has taken that long for this to be the first Indian film.
We were very fortunate to get to record the music for this very first Indian-produced Bollywood film in London.
It's not a Bollywood film.
They assume everything from India is Bollywood.
Super hit scores तिकडे recorded.
I've already had this in my playlist, listened to it multiple times. I don't know if you have, but
चालू होतं तेव्हा आणि अक्षरशः ऐकलं सूर्य गेल्यानं 5 मिनिटात मी निखिलला सांगितलं की निखिल आपण हे सिम्फनी करायचं आणि आपण बाहेर रेकॉर्ड करायचं. मुलं कुठेच म्युझिक शिकलेलीच नाहीत आणि जेव्हा आम्ही ठरवलं होतं की आम्हाला म्युझिक कंपोजर व्हायचंय किंवा आपल्याला म्युझिकमध्ये करिअर करायचंय ते तो दिवस आठवतोय आज आणि हे आज आम्ही जे इथपर्यंत आलोय त्याच्यासाठी खरंच गोष्ट नाही आणि त्यासाठी खरोखर आम्ही परमेश्वराचे आभार मानतो.
I love the elbow.
त्यामुळे आय डोंट नो की असा ऑर्केस्ट्रा कधी कंडक्ट करतो स्कोर लिहिलेला इतका डिटेल स्कोर लिहिलेला गेलेला बघतोय. सो शिकलो नसल्यामुळे ते मला आता वाटत नाही की ते कधी आयुष्यात साध्य होईल. पण एका कंडक्टरच्याही मागे रायटर म्हणून उभं राहायला जास्त प्राऊड आहे. सो आय थिंक आणि शिकलेलं नाही याचं त्यांनी उलट कौतुक केलं की तुम्ही बरं झालं शिकलेलं नाही काय तुम्ही तेच फॉलो करा. आता तुमच्यासाठी पूर्ण तुम्ही जो मनात आणता तो विचार करू शकता.
It's not Bollywood.
Very different from what we're used to doing. It was really nice to hear the violins.
It's a little non-traditional with the style. We had some kind of unusual rhythms.
Some really interesting techniques, all sorts of sliding, and then the horns got to play some melodies with them. That was really fun.
Amazing response.
Strings actively avoid these things called portamento. It's where you slide from one note to another. And with this kind of music, they actually have to do that.
It's Indian. It's because it's Eastern that goes in between the notes. That's definitively Eastern.
It was a pretty beautiful convergence of two very rich traditions in filmmaking.
एवढ्या पवित्र जागेमध्ये इतक्या मोठ्या मोठ्या लोकांनी इथे कामं केली आणि इतक्या सुंदर म्युझिशियन्स बरोबर काम करत आहात. नथिंग लाईक दॅट. म्हणजे एका माणसाला आयुष्यामध्ये ज्याचं आजी ब्रह्म पाहिजे काइंड कल्पना केलेली असते कधीतरी असं की आपण असं बघू असं ऑर्केस्ट्रा आपल्यासाठी प्ले करेल.
We had to kind of be able to jump back and forth quickly between, a miking that's more suitable for orchestra, for the big room sound, and then a tighter sound to be able to get.
It was very accurate pitch-wise too. So it's sort of interesting. It's a little different than what you're used to hearing.
आल्यानंतर जेव्हा प्रत्यक्ष म्युझिशियन्स तिथे सगळं वाजवलं त्यानंतर प्रत्येक स्टेपला ते लोक स्वतःच टाळ्या वाजवत होते. सो हे फार दुर्मिळ आहे आमच्यासाठी. तर ही खूप मोठी गोष्ट आहे की अशा इतक्या इंटरनॅशनल लेवलच्या आर्टिस्टने ते म्युझिकची प्रशंसा आणि आम्हाला येऊन सगळ्यांनी सांगितलं.
Great to get to know AJ and Atul.
And it was really cool to hear the studio orchestra play stuff they normally don't get to do, and really do it in a short amount of time. And on the first take, it's pretty amazing to hear that.
आज या सगळ्यांबरोबर काम करताना एक इतिहास बनलाय. खरोखर मनापासून आभार मानतो जीचे त्यांनी आमच्यावर विश्वास ठेवला आणि आम्हाला इकडे रेकॉर्डिंग काम त्यांच्यामुळे करता आलं. इथले जे काही लोक आहेत त्यांनी आमच्यासाठी हे सगळं अरेंज केलं. मला त्यांचा धन्यवाद द्यायचे.
Symphony orchestra.
इथे आल्यानंतर जेव्हा प्रत्यक्ष म्युझिशियन्स तिथे सगळं वाजवलं त्यानंतर प्रत्येक स्टेपला ते लोक स्वतःच टाळ्या वाजवत होते. सो हे फार दुर्मिळ आहे. आता हा ऑर्केस्ट्रा रेकॉर्ड झालाय असं पहिल्यांदाच महाराष्ट्रातला नव्हे तर बॉलिवूडमधला पहिलाच एक अल्बम जो इंटरनॅशनली रेकॉर्ड झालाय असा अजून एप्रिलच्या पहिल्या आठवड्यात तुमच्यासमोर घेऊन येतो.
wild.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that was cool.
Just freaking brilliant.
It was one really cool that they're not actually trained.
Unbelievable. Just freaking unbelievable that they composed all of that without any musical training or the ability to. Obviously, they had somebody who could put it onto the paper for everybody. Their ear, I'm really just flabbergasted at how good they are without any training.
It's really
Just astonishing to
really
me.
cool though that, you know, obviously I'd like to think that's how it is often, but it's not, because certain people have egos and they like to have control over everything. But like me, like I like to have different artists to work with and let them do their thing. If I have no idea what it is,
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, okay, this is going to be the collaborative part of what we're doing.
Right.
You show me what you've interpreted what I've made, and then you know what to do.
Yep.
And so I can tell you if I like it, if I don't like it, and that's how I think the artistic process should work.
Yes.
And that's how I would be in this situation. I'd be like, here's what I think I've created.
Yep.
You know if this is correct, if what would sound better, what would so we can kind of play with it that way, and then we can work it. I think it's.
And I can't imagine
really great.
what it was like for them to hear it brought to life, because they had heard it in their head, but it's different when you hear it live. And I've never had anything I've written be done in this way, where it's turned into an orchestra. But I have done plays where what you work with and what you're rehearsing with is just piano. That's all you've got for weeks. And then you get a full orchestra. And when you hear it with the full orchestra, there's a magic that happens when all you've heard is that piece on piano. And now you hear the full-blown orchestrations of everything with all of the instrumentation. What it must have been like for them to be in that place and hear their music being performed by the best musicians in the world must have just, as they said it was, it just must have been the most extraordinary blessing.
Have you showed Micah this yet?
No, I'm really looking forward to him hearing this.
Yeah.
What I want him to hear is the soundtrack just in the car. I want him to just hear the brilliance of the
I've already
composition.
added it to my playlist.
So good.
It's
So
such
freaking
a
beautiful.
good song. There's so many great songs, and don't worry, we will watch this film. I promise you. But that was also. I know we were going hard on the people calling it Bollywood. We would have done the exact same thing.
And I'm putting is the whole album. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, I think it's actually only 4 songs.
That's a shame.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole album's on iTunes. But yeah, we would have done the same thing before the channel.
There it is.
We would have been like, yeah, this. If it's an Indian film, we would have called it Bollywood, right?
Yeah, 100%. Everything that came out of India for us was Bollywood.
But we know this is a Marathi film. I was confused because at the end,
Just added it.
he also called it Bollywood, so that confused me a little bit.
Well, was distribution?
So I don't know what that is, because I know this is a Marathi. Marathi, right?
I thought it was.
Yeah, Namaskar is Marathi, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just want to double check, because sometimes I confuse Bengali and Marathi. Marathi film. I know it's a Marathi film, so I'm just a little confused. I knew why the white people were calling it Bollywood.
Yes, because for Americans, everything that comes from India is Bollywood.
But he called it Bollywood at the end, so I don't know if it was just to.
It could have been because everybody else there was calling it Bollywood, so you
Yeah.
didn't want to do anything to be insulting.
Yeah.
Just being respectful.
Maybe. I don't know, but let me know what that's about. But yeah, beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Truly one of the most beautiful scores I've ever heard.
Yeah.